The deep ocean doesn't create monsters overnight. It takes familiar animals and slowly breaks them, then rebuilds them into something harder, colder, and more dangerous. Crabs are one of its favorite experiments. As they move deeper, their bodies grow heavier, their shells tougher, and their grip stronger. Their movement slow, but their strength multiplies. Some deep-sea crabs live where pressure would collapse steel, where acid leaks from the seabed, and where nothing heals quickly. So, if crabs keep getting deadlier the deeper they live, what do they become when they reach the dark? Near the surface, crabs feel ordinary. They scuttle across sand and rocks, hide in crevices, and dart away when shadows pass overhead. Their shells are thin enough to crack. Their claws are sharp but rarely lethal. Most of their lives are spent avoiding predators like fish, octopus, and seabirds. Speed matters. Hiding matters. Mistakes are punished quickly. Here, crabs survive by staying small and fast. Their bodies are light. Their shells are flexible enough to grow and shed often. Molting is risky, but near the surface, food is abundant and wounds heal quickly. If something goes wrong, there is time to recover. But depth changes the rules. As you move down past the reach of sunlight, pressure begins to rise fast. At just 100 meters, the pressure is already 10 times greater than at the surface. By 1,000 meters, it is strong enough to crush many hollow structures. Soft bodies struggle here. Gas-filled spaces collapse. Fast movement becomes expensive. Crabs, by accident or design, are already prepared. Their exoskeleton is not just a shell. It is a rigid external skeleton made of chitin, reinforced with minerals like calcium carbonate. As depth increases, this shell begins to change. In deeper species, it becomes thicker, denser, and heavier. Growth slows, but strength increases. These crabs do not molt often. Some may go years without shedding their shell because doing so in the deep would mean death. Video footage from remotely operated vehicles shows this clearly. Shallow crabs look fragile by comparison. Deep-sea crabs look compact, almost overbuilt. Their legs are shorter, their bodies are tighter. Nothing about them is designed for speed anymore. This is where the first transformation begins. On the continental slope, hundreds to thousands of meters down, crabs stop behaving like escape artists. There is less light, less food, and far fewer predators. Chasing prey no longer makes sense. Instead, deep-sea crabs rely on stillness. They wait. They conserve energy. When something edible drifts close enough, they do not run it down. They grab it. Claws that once pinched now crush. Measurements taken from deep-sea crab species show that claw force increases relative to body size as depth increases. These claws are slower, but they close with incredible pressure. In a world where food is rare, breaking something once is better than chasing it twice. A single clean grab can mean the difference between surviving another month or starving. Pressure also changes how bodies handle damage. In the deep sea, injuries do not heal quickly. Bacteria grow slowly. Tissue repairs itself at a crawl. This means deep-sea animals evolve to avoid injury at all costs. For crabs, that means armor. Their shells act like pressure-resistant suits. They protect not just from bites, but from the crushing force of the water itself. Even their joints are reinforced. The entire body becomes a solid structure built to endure rather than to escape. As crabs descend further, movement slows even more. Their metabolism drops. Heart rates decrease. Some deep-sea crabs may live for decades, growing slowly in the cold, dark water. Cameras have filmed them sitting motionless for hours, waiting for marine snow or a passing animal to drift close enough to seize. This is no longer the world of quick reactions and second chances. The deeper the crab goes, the less it resembles a skittish shoreline animal. Its body grows heavier, its shell hardens, its claws become tools of control instead of defense. Speed fades. Strength takes its place. And this is still only the beginning. The real extremes lie deeper, where the ocean becomes toxic, unstable, and unforgiving. Where crabs crawl not just under pressure, but near poison, heat, and darkness so complete it swallows color itself. The ocean has not finished rewriting them yet. Beyond the continental slope, the ocean stops being merely deep and becomes hostile. This is the zone where light never returns, where food falls slowly from above, and where the water itself can burn, poison, or crush. For most animals, this is the end of the line. For crabs, it is where the transformation finishes. At depths of 2,000 to 4,000 meters, pressure exceeds 400 times what you feel at the surface. Any trapped air would collapse instantly. Temperatures hover just above freezing. Movement costs energy that may never be replaced. Yet, remotely operated vehicles keep finding crabs here, walking calmly across the seabed as if nothing is wrong. These are not oversized versions of shallow crabs. They are different machines. Deep-sea crabs become compact and dense. Some species measure only 10 to 15 centimeters across, yet feel impossibly heavy for their size. Their shells are thick and mineral-rich, built to resist both pressure and impact. Their legs are short and powerful, designed to push against sediment rather than skim over sand. Everything unnecessary has been stripped away. Video footage from deep-sea expeditions shows them moving slowly, deliberately, almost mechanically. There is no panic, no wasted motion. Each step is controlled, as if falling over would be too costly to risk. Their claws are where the real change becomes obvious. In shallow water, claws are tools for feeding and display. In the deep, they become weapons of finality. Studies comparing claw strength across depth ranges show that deep-sea crabs produce far more force relative to their body size than their shallow cousins. They do not snap quickly. They close slowly, but once they do, escape is almost impossible. This matters in a place where prey is scarce. Deep-sea crabs feed on whatever they can overpower slow-moving animals, carcasses that drift down from above, and even creatures adapted to extreme environments themselves. When something enters reach, the crab does not chase it. It waits, clamps down, and holds until the movement stops. Some of the most extreme crabs live near hydrothermal vents and cold seeps. These are places where the sea floor leaks toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide, or where superheated water erupts from the crust. Temperatures can swing wildly over just a few meters. Most animals cannot tolerate this. Crabs can. Vent crabs have been filmed clustering near smoking chimneys, their pale shells reflecting the glow of underwater lights. Their bodies are adapted to survive chemical exposure that would kill surface animals in seconds. Specialized bacteria live on and inside them, helping process toxic compounds into usable energy. Their shells act as barriers, limiting how much poison reaches their tissues. Here, the crab is no longer just surviving pressure. It is surviving poison and heat at the same time. Movement in these environments is slow and cautious. A wrong step could mean exposure to boiling water or lethal chemicals. Deep-sea crabs respond by becoming even more conservative. They anchor themselves to rock. They grip surfaces with force that makes them difficult to dislodge even by strong currents. This is why the deep favors them. The deep ocean does not reward speed. It does not reward intelligence in the way surface ecosystems do. It rewards bodies that can endure long periods without food, resist constant pressure, and survive environments that never stabilize. Crabs fit this world perfectly. Their design, once useful for hiding under rocks, becomes ideal for surviving hellish conditions. Compared side by side, the difference is unsettling. A shallow crab looks fragile, almost temporary. A deep-sea crab looks permanent, like something meant to sit in darkness for decades, waiting. The deeper you go, the clearer it becomes that crabs are not getting deadlier because they are becoming more aggressive. They are getting deadlier because the deep removes every other option. There is no running, no healing, no second attempt. Strength and armor become the only language left. So the next time you think of a crab as harmless, remember this. Somewhere, miles below the surface, one is gripping the sea floor near poison and pressure, strong enough to crush what drifts too close. It is perfectly adapted to a world that kills almost everything else. If this made you uneasy in the right way, you might want to stay down here a little longer, like the video, the underwater waterfalls that kill everything it touches. If you want more calm horror from places humans were never meant to visit, subscribing is probably the safest thing you will do all day.